You love the way these Corzine Democrats treat you. And one of the leading Corzine Democrats is the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, Senator Paul Sarlo, who, by the way, is also one of those guys who one public job just ain't enough for him. He's also the mayor of a town called Woodridge, not Woodbridge, Woodridge up in Bergen County. So he's a mayor and he's a senator. So he's getting those two public paychecks. And here's what he said in the paper today about giving you a tax cut. He said, you know, it's like dealing with kids. You put the chocolate chip cookies on the table and you tell them you can't have them until they're good. Now, I got to tell you something. You got to be one arrogant SOB to be telling the people in New Jersey he'll decide when you've been good enough to get some of your own money back. Paul Sarlo will decide when you've been good enough so you can have the chocolate chip cookie of getting some of your tax money back from Trenton and into your pocket to save for your child's education, to spend the way you want to spend it. You know, that's what these folks are all about. These Corzine Democrats are all about raising your taxes. Now, here's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, well, we're just not going to cut your taxes now, but if you're real good, we'll consider it again in January. Now, I have to tell you, my advice to you is to be very suspicious of such promises. Very suspicious. Especially coming from the people who raised your taxes 115 times in 8 years. Oh, and by the way, that same Senator Paul Sarlo, chairman of the Senate Budget Committee, who said in February on NJTV, there will be no tax increases in this budget, voted the other night in the Senate Budget Committee to raise income taxes $800 million. So now they're giving you a twofer. They're not only not cutting your taxes, they're going to raise income taxes $800 million. And why are we surprised? I see some of you shaking your head. Why are you surprised? You've watched this movie for the 8 years before I became governor. These Corzine Democrats don't know anything other than how to spend your money. Take your money and spend your money. And they've been doing it over and over again to the point we're now the most overtaxed state in America. So we got a fight on our hands. Because they say, we're not going to give you a tax cut. You can wait till January and see if we think you've been good. And if you've been good, according to Senator Paul Sarlo, then you can maybe have your tax cut then. But I wouldn't count on it, everybody. Because you know what? By that time, they'll come up with another idea how to spend it themselves. Here's my advice on how to make sure that we don't waste your money in Trenton. Don't send it to us in the first place. That's the only way. And you know, I don't mind when people disagree with me. You disagree, but don't lie. Stand up and be a man. You don't want to cut the people's taxes? Say you're not going to cut the people's taxes. Don't tell them all spring, oh, we're as big a tax cutter as the governor. We're going to cut your taxes. We're going to make it better. These guys got on the phone with the AARP and told them, we're going to cut the taxes more than the governor's going to cut taxes. Here we are. Here we are now, when the moment of truth is here, when there's one legislative day left, Thursday. And then they're going to go away for the summer. And they're going to leave, and they're going to leave you with the same tax bill that you had when they got there. But you know what? I didn't have a lot of plans for the summer. I got 4 kids. You all know how it goes. They're all playing in different baseball leagues over the summer, and gymnastics camp, and field hockey camp, and all these other things, and we can't go anywhere because we got a game or something every day. So I don't have much to do over the summer. So here's what I think we should do together over the summer. And you don't have to do it as much as I do. I just want you to join in the fun. This summer, I'm going to travel all over the state of New Jersey, and I am going to point out to every living, breathing New Jerseyan I can find that these folks lied to you, they lied to me, and I am going to kick their rear ends from one end of this state to the other to get your tax cut.